Jordan O'Connor here from Retention for Brands, and in this video I'm going to show you how I created these Swatch and AP collab emails inside of Claude Design. And it's really simple, and I have a playbook that I'm going to walk you through as well. I gave this away as a lead magnet on LinkedIn and I went completely viral, getting thousands of comments. So I'm going to walk you through how I leveraged that playbook to create these emails. And if you want it, I'll leave the link below and you'll be able to pull it from LinkedIn. So you'll be able to get this. You can see we created this email here for Groons, and basically there's like a full breakdown in here on exactly what you need to do, how long it takes, the prompts that you can use, and this is like the exact prompt that I used here to create these emails. So I'm just going to simplify this and walk you through this step by step and exactly what I did so you can create these emails for your clients or for your brand, okay? Because there's a couple of things that are super important here. So where to start? The first thing that you need to do before you create any emails is you need to start with the brand guidelines, which is just so important. So make sure that you add in URLs, add in images, add in copy. Now, certain websites, you're able to pull the images from the URLs. However, with Swatch's website, it actually didn't let me. You can see all the domains had like this. They ended on like .html. So it actually didn't allow me to pull the images. So in this case, I actually had to export the images from the website and I added it in. Okay, so it really depends on the website that you're using. So that's thing number one, is to make sure you have a clear brand guidelines, mainly on fonts, on your button style, and the colors. I think like those are the main things, and obviously on your copy messaging as well. And one thing that can, in my opinion, make or break an email is like how many words are we using and like how long is the copy. So another thing that's really important is just making sure that, you know, if you want minimal copy, just making sure that you mention that and that it's top of mind. Otherwise, if you have lots of copy in an email, it can ruin it for sure, especially the design. So then if we have a look at this here, and if we come back to the playbook, you'll be able to see that this here is the exact prompt that I used to create this first email. All right, and that's why you can get this playbook, copy and paste it. There's a lot more stuff in there as well. And you can see I had to paste in the images here. Now, if you don't share example emails, the emails that you get are going to be pretty bad, okay? So you can see I shared some examples here from Apple Watch, obviously, because we're pushing a watch creation here, and then just some other emails that I liked, and then I shared like more fun, playful ones as well. So just go into Mild. I actually prefer really good emails just to like pull emails quickly and add them in here. So generally what you want to do, obviously, if you have emails for your brand already, then you can add in like 10 examples of what you want those designs to be like. And then you can add in like 10 examples or 5 examples of other brands that you want the designs to be like, okay? This is gonna lay the foundation with the brand guidelines so you can actually create really good emails without having to go back and forth and prompt it a million times, okay? So like literally straight away, because I share the examples, and another like pro tip here is like, I generally don't type anything in here. I'm just using Whisper Flow. I'm just talking into my computer to prompt it. So I can just like visually explain, okay, like this is what I want. This is another thing, like if you have a design background, you understand design, you're going to be able to get a way better output compared to, let's say, if a copywriter was to do this or someone else. Because like small things in here, like these images here in the background, and you know, like certain things in here I mentioned in the prompt, just so I can like get the emails the way I want them to be. Okay, so that's super important. So this first one here, I think there was like 1 or 2 changes with the copy. I just told it to remove some of the M dashes and change some of the copy, and that was it. This email was perfect, good to go. Okay, and then I added more images in here, and then this was the next email. So you can see I added more images around the manufacturing and stuff like that, and that's what this email created it, which was like more focused on the images straight away, but had that same like Apple premium feel to it, which you can see here. Okay, so straight away, like these emails are good to go. Wasn't many changes here at all. Then we went on to more of like the fun, product focused, more like in your face emails, and these took, you know, you can see then I just sent over the product details and then basically said, let's create this email. There was a little bit more back and forth here, just changing a couple of things around the images that were being used. I know there was like different images being used here and here and here. So I had to just give it a little bit more direction, like, okay, perfect. Let's use this image for the hero. Let's swap out these colors and stuff like that. Okay. But I know I only went back and forth about twice here on both of these emails. Okay. Now they're very similar, to be honest. But that's kind of what I was going for, as they're the same type of email. They're just pushing an individual product, and we were kind of just going with like, you know, small design changes. And then the last email was actually like a long one that started more like premium classic, then it goes into like, you know, the loud, colorful, kind of like playful, and then it goes into the classic again. And this is because a lot of the stuff that was taken here was taken from the AP website versus these ones were taken from Swatch. All right. And really that's it. Like there was 1 or 2 changes that I made to this one. There was no changes here, a couple of changes here. And it's really that simple. You know, like I got all these done in under an hour, and a lot of that was spent like pulling images, getting the brand kit and the brand guidelines set up. Once I have that, it's then very straightforward. Now, I'm not sure on how many you can do these in any given day because your Claude might run out of tokens and stuff like that. So I'd recommend, you know, maybe doing 10 per day and keeping it at that, and then, you know, be able to create a lot of emails, right? If that's for you or for your clients. But it's really that simple. Then when it comes to exporting, there's a couple of different ways you can do this, and this depends on what way you actually prefer to build emails. So if we have a look at this playbook here, let me come back up. You can go from Claude to Figma to Klaviyo, and you can do this through HTML. So you can export these as HTML, then you can add them to Figma. You can also do Claude to Canva to Klaviyo. So you can actually directly push these designs straight to Canva, and then you can actually push it directly from Canva to Klaviyo then as well. So you don't have to do like any manual upload, or you can just go Claude to Klaviyo. So you can like have the HTML as well, or you can just screenshot, which like some people are like, I'm not screenshotting it, but we've tested this, and like if you have high quality images in here and you screenshot, it also works. Okay, so this like just depends on your workflow. We've also built a plugin that does to push emails directly from Figma into Klaviyo, so that saves a bit of back and forth here. So we'll generally like use this as well. Okay, so any questions on this, please let me know in the comments below. This is just a value video that I can give walking through Claude Design. Like I said, if you have a designer doing this, you're gonna get much better output. And if you have like super strict brand guidelines, you probably shouldn't use this because it's gonna like do its own thing in a certain way. And if you have like simple emails like these, it could just be easier and quicker using templates. Okay, but if you don't mind different style emails and you're not like super strict on the brand guidelines, then you can use this. Like it's great. Claude Design is the first time ever we're able to create email designs with AI. It's never been possible before, and we really tried. Like a year ago, we were spending a lot of time to like push, can we get designs done with AI, and it just wasn't possible, and now it is. So we're really starting to like test this with different clients and kind of like build this into workflow to see like what else can it create. So any questions, let me know in the comments below, and hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.